So what's up, YouTube? We're back. I think this is wrong. Something is going, but there we go. I think like that. Let me check something. So what's up, YouTube? We're back. What's popping? What's popping? Is it working or not? Something is going. Okay. Looks good. So let's do our thing again, just. No, again, the drip. It's very early. Well, it's not that early, but we already have some sauce with the Bora Bora. Here you see I have two screens. So the main screen is the one with the terminals. So we will be pretty much testing, and I'll be showing you how much progress I've been doing so far. Let me just check something real quick. Yeah, I need to at least make it bold because it gets fucked. I will need to readjust my my second screen so you can see more because this is a mess. Like having to adjust everything is very complex, but let's do things simple. So here we have the default set files. We know that in 2024 using the 15M it's not doing the trick, and for example if we go to default values using the H4, let's see how it's doing. We are testing 2024 to 2025, and for now I have 6 set files. Okay, I would say 5 because the six is, I'll explain in a little moment, but we start with the first 4 set files that I start tweaking. For one of the first changes was to move to H4 time frame. It reduces the risk, and since also the indicators might use the time frame, it's based on either current one. Here we can see. For the Ichimoku, you can use the current time frame or select one that you think is best. That only testing you can tell because you have a lot of. Let me turn down the volume of the music. Don't forget, Real Madrid is playing in a couple of hours. Watch the best football in the world. Watch the best team in the history. Don't waste time. But okay, so pretty much what I was testing is the type of strategies. Okay, it includes, if we make this a little bit bigger, you can see that it has pre-built strategies that will do things based in the buy when price crosses, reverse when buy. So pretty much the strategy one is the buy when price closes, and the second will be a reverse of what the first one is doing. Okay, so as you can see, we have strategy 2, 3, 4. So based in my results, what I did is I got a good base. For example, from 1 to 4, we're having a 0.71 risk reward factor. What the risk reward factor is, very easy, is you divide your profit versus your max drawdown. We don't care about anything else. Win rate, Sharpe ratio, profit factor, all of that is noise that we don't need, because we first need to understand if EA is worth. And how do we do that? By measuring how much profit is making or closing versus the drawdown. Of course, if it's closing, closing negative or below in the account, it doesn't work. It's not working. We need to keep optimizing. But for now, to keep it simple, we only track the factor. That we started with a 0.79 after we managed to fix the default version that was not doing very good. Actually, it was not doing good. I don't remember if it was getting smoked. I feel that it was the reason that it was getting smoked. If not, maybe the drawdown was like minus 99%. So one step of getting smoked. So one of the first changes was to change the trade on Sunday. It was false, so I activate the trade. So we have a very good sample that is trading all time, at least based in the conditions of trading days, because you also have financial management and you have the operation schedule that will be using not only this one but also some extra conditions for time. So it adds an extra layer of protection as a time filter when you also select the hours, not only the days. That's very good. That's very interesting. I haven't tested. I'm waiting until the end to add the operation schedule and the financial management, because not every time the A, especially this one that with the best set file currently is giving me $700 drawdown with a 1.7k USD profit. That is perfect. The risk reward factor, or the factor at this point, is 2.37 versus the 0.79 that we had at the beginning. So you can see that the progress and the optimization for gold only is doing very good, because let's not forget, and let me actually run it, the current best set file. No, that no. This one is actually running very good, because if we don't forget, 2024 was a very bullish year for gold. It was getting very strong against the dollar. It was clapping the cheeks of that dollar all the time. So pretty much if the EA is managing to hold while being hedged, or at least with the logics of buy and sell active, as you can see here, we have permit buy orders, permit sell orders. So EA is taking both sides of the trades. In this case, it's taking more buys than sells, and also the sells have a very good win rate factor. So you can assume EA is doing something interesting based in the pre-build strategies and all the changes or optimizations we have been making in the past at least 2 videos or 2 streams. Don't forget that they get saved by YouTube, so you can go check them again. And for the last stream, I think that we ended up with the secondary entry rules, and I was waiting to start modifying the TPs. So as you can see here, I have more or less the breakdown. I allowed the Sunday trading. I allowed trading strategy here to be the keep trading enabled, the last one. So pretty much I'm not using the Ichimoku right now. So these values for the Ichimoku are not changing anything for me, or are not making any noise for me. So I can just leave it like that and nothing will change. The other change, of course, using H4. Don't forget that the risk level is supposed to not do anything if you have the auto lot false, but in this case does change the outcome. So for now 2.0 is the best. Magic number doesn't matter. The spread, this is a very important part because it's changing a lot the results. So the 30 spread is not opening trades, so I assume it's a very low value. It must be in points. Sometimes when you don't call the A, you don't know if it's points or pips, or even sometimes it's in bars. So not spread but other values. So you need to start kind of reverse engineering the logic of the coder or the developer to start understanding how to optimize best. So in this case, 100 was giving a terrible result. Spread in this point was limiting the results. I think it was 300 the default. So above 1000 is giving negative results. So my best spread for now in gold in 1 year sample is 400. Then we go with the max concurrent orders. This is the amount, not the grid. So 10 is the default. 11, as expected, increases the risk because you are having more trades open at the same time, or that can be open at one point as a progression, similar to what I do, but less efficient because DCA is not meant for that. It's more to 1, 2, 3 orders and you're out. So 9 reduces risk but also profit, so not good. 8 is a solid possible change, positive change, so it's the one that we're keeping, because 7, 6 and 5 were terrible. Of course, this is only for Xiao USD, okay? So this is what it's working with, one of the, if not the most volatile asset in the world and in the history of markets. Don't forget that the liquidity that we have today is not the same that they had in 10 years, and especially 30 or 50 years ago. So we are at the peak of trading right now. No, don't let any old fucker tell you that that's a lie. No, no, no. They were trading when everything was easy. Right now we have the real smoke, and we are real traders in real volatile environments. So don't let anyone tell you the otherwise, because we are the peak. So enable concurrent buying and selling, as of course, as personal taste, we could say, I go with buy and sell. I don't waste any opportunity of money because markets move both ways, both sides. They need to move in waves, so you can have any type of structural move. So for now, I keeping it true, because also, as data shows, not my opinion, slightly worse result. Slightly, but it's up to you. It's up to you at that point. Max trade volume. Per developer, max trade volume is the maximum volume that a single trade can have, not the basket of trades, only one. So if you set to 0, this is if set to 0, this feature will be disabled. So the default is 8. The testing with 1, 0, and 10 had no change on results, so we can expect that the is opening very low lot sizes. So having 8, 10, 1, 0 is not changing the outcome, because probably it's not going above one lot. That's why nothing is happening. Then from direction, I'm leaving all true and allowing current time frame. Here we have the directions: allow new series true, permit buy orders true, permit sell orders true, single trade per bar true, and the trade execution, of course, H4. For the bar opening by depth definition, the bar opening alternation, this parameter can be used to alternate the bar opening for trade execution. Default will be 0, 1 reduction of profit, and drawdown both worst factor, meaning that you get best or better results per risk, but not per profit. So what you want? Low risk but less profit, or something balanced where you're risking less than you're closing, you know, or you're making more money than the word you're risking. So I'm going for that one all the time. Sorry. Then we go mode operation schedule. As mentioned, that's something that I will do until the end, because we really don't know what we need to fix, or if the A needs to be fixed with a time filter. Sometimes the A are very good or very low risk. So just cutting the trade sometimes is not the best option. So here is it was a very dramatic point of the EA, the secondary entry rules. So the lot increase default is set to exponential. I was testing the incremental growth. So 1.3 is which one is the default? Let me, I think it was 1. I don't have it. Okay, actually for incremental growth, none is the default, because exponential growth is the default. So I don't recommend per my testing, at least in Xiao USD, to use incremental growth. It was giving terrible results. So I'm keeping exponential. The default was 1.3, and I changed a slight change to 1.25. It's important to know that not every multiplier is the best. Not only because it's higher or lower. Sometimes having a 1.6 multiplier, for example, is very good, but this is an exponential growth. So pretty much the incremental growth is a martingale. No, the exponential is a martingale, sorry. you will be pretty much adding or doubling the position based in the factors. So the higher you go, the aggressive it will get, but that doesn't mean really the EA will be better, you know, because if you don't have a good factor, for example, if set 1 I increase the risk, my factor is 0.79, so I might be not doing the best options here, or it might not be the best option to just pop it off with more lot sizes if I'm not smart, or if I'm not closing smartly with the EA. So it makes sense with set file 5 that I have a very good profit and a low drawdown with a factor of 2.37 to increase the risk. But even with that set file, I would say don't increase the risk. You can do more things to prevent higher lot sizes while not reducing your profit potential. For example, for prop firm, this set file, the number 5, it's just amazing because you have a very low drawdown in 1 year sample, and one year that is not an easy one. So let's check, for example, the default. Looks very good. We have a very sustained curve to the upside. We're closing baskets of orders. You can see when you have these big spikes to the upside that at one point have the equity reduction or the drop in equity, these green lines. That means that you're opening trades. Trade is going against you. Then when it's going against you, it's triggering the martingale, the progression, or whatever you have. And at one point market reverses, and that's when the EA tries to take you out based in the profit or the conditions. This specific set file, as you can see, is not taking you out slightly in break even, is higher, it's getting you out in profit. So let's analyze the results. We have a 122 profit versus a 154 drawdown, so it's not very well balanced because you have a higher max drawdown than the profit that you're closing. So at one point, if market gets more spicy or the trend gets more prolonged, the drawdown will be increased because you already have progressions. What is a progression? This is the equity drop, means that you are opening trade. Let's see if we can see it in the non-visual. We cannot see it. It's the only thing I don't like from MT5, that you cannot really check the results or the lot sizes if you don't use the visual mode. It takes a lot of time sometimes. So let's compare with the set file that I have right now. As you can see, we don't have these big spikes to the upside. I'm closing more, we could say lower volumes or lower pieces of profit, but with higher volume. So let's check, for example, the volume. Here we have a total of 398 trades. As mentioned, we open short trades, but also long trades. This set file is the default one, the one that we're checking. The default set file is not very smart. As you can see, we will see the difference here with the set file that I optimized. We will be having more buys trades than the short trades that we're opening. So I think that we even have a volume of 3K buy opens. So that's a very good EA because it's showing you that even during volatile periods, that price is only going pretty much to one direction. This EA is handling the trend and the cycle very efficiently. Don't forget, this EA is free. It's in the MCall market. The developer is sharing 2 EAs. So the first one is with the Chimoku, and the other will be with the RSI indicator. But they're not only using the indicators. In case you don't like to trade with indicators, you can prevent that from trading with the indicator by just keep trading enabled. This option won't use the Chimoku. So as you can see, that's the one that I'm using here in this set file. Let's give it a second and let's compare the results. This is currently my best set file, the one that I kind of almost done, or it's almost done optimizing. As you can see, 1.734 USD dollars profit versus a max drawdown of $731. As you can see here, as mentioned, we opened 400 short trades, but our long trade volume is super high, like it's above 5K. So the efficiency of the EA, even though the win rate, you can say it's very low, it's not low because at least it's above the 50%. That is just, it's at this point is better than a coin flip. It's not it's, you know, it's not gambling at all, or at least it's not a hard gambling. So we have a very solid profit factor. We have a balance drawdown very reduced of 14. Of course, we only take the max drawdown, But as you can see, this EA has a very high volume because I adjusted the primarily I adjusted the take profit. The default version has a secondary no, where is the okay, close rules here. They don't adjust the first order profit is false. So by allowing the adjustment, I'm starting with I think if it's in points, this is $1. So pretty much you will be closing cents or $1 in the I'm assuming in the first order. Then once you start triggering the progressions, the issue here is that this EA is trying to close with the same take profit that you assign, so that's very limited and generic. The idea of having an EA is to make it efficient in every possible cycle. Doesn't matter if it's trend or range. If the EA is smart, can adapt and you can adjust it. So even if price is going up and not retracement, EA at least is making money because you have the ability to adapt to every type of range. So the adjust in order profit is what makes the biggest change. As you can see, from set 4 to set 5 is an increase of $700 with even a reduction of $5 of risk. So after modifying everything, that's very important. So you can keep adjusting the take profit based in the asset that you trade, because this is for gold. Gold usually will use more or bigger lots. Sorry, bigger ranges in pips to the quote. So every pair can have a slight change, especially for example, Euro USD has the quote after the point, so it's 0.00 or 0.xx, and with gold you have 2040.xx, you know? So it's different, the value will be different in this case. I haven't touched the financial management. I don't think in this set file is needed because as you can see, we still have a very low drawdown in a very volatile environment. Maybe if I go in past years, it can start getting punished, but we really don't know because 2024 is the best sample. If you avoid 2020 or 2011, I cannot go to 2011 with Xiao USD or with MT5. Somehow my broker is not offering, so I can go until 2015. But the idea is that we try to adapt the EA to every model, to every range possible, so we can fit the EA with as much data as possible. It's like ChatGPT. They release a free version so people can train the model for free for them, you know? So what we do here is provide the EA with enough data so it can adapt to any market, and we can adjust or optimize based in real data or available data. Like, that's the edge we algo traders have over every other strategy, and also over every other business. We can backtest, we can check the past. We don't backtest to get future better results or something. We backtest to know or to provide data to our strategy. Your strategy is not working in the past. Do you expect it to work in the future, and why? I wouldn't expect it to work in the future if it's not providing good results. If you want to stress test your strategy, you need to use 2020, 2011, and 2008 as a stress test. Like, if you want to have an efficient investing model, you need to use those three ranges. But if you want to have something with good data and at least with good amount of ranges, you can use 2021 to 2025. That provides a good sample of data, good pips, good ticks, good ranges, trends to the upside and to the downside, because you need to also remember, maybe 2024 is only going up. So in this case, my EA max risk is only to the upside. Maybe to the downside, I'm having issues because I'm not really having issues with, sorry, maybe to the upside we're not having issues because really price is not going down. But if you go to 2013, that is one of the biggest drops in the history of gold. You will see, actually let me show you let's go to the charts. So this is the gold chart. Let's go to the daily. And let me use a clean one. So this is 2020. Oh, sorry, this is 2011. As you can see, it's very similar to 2020. You have a very big push to the upside. What happens when you have big pushes to the upside? It's mainly that gold is pushing dollars. Like gold value is increasing against the dollar because big investors, people, banks, even countries are holding more gold and dumping dollars. So the price is going. If you check DXY in these periods, you'll see that it's taking major hits. So every time that you see big pushes to the upside is because something is happening to the USA economy. That's it. You don't need to analyze something else, at least in the macro. In the micro, well, that's a different story. It's more complex. But for the macro, keep it simple. If USA is doing good, you can expect ranges or even revaluations like here. This is a big, the 2011 top is when they announced that they had the interest rates very high, just like now. They had the interest rates high because they needed to print money to save the banks and the economy. People were getting smashed by interest that were readjusting every year. So at one point they couldn't even pay them because it was just above 100% of an interest payment, or you were ending up paying if you bought something at $10, you will end up paying $1,000 for that house, or in this case was they were houses. So people, the issue is that they had more than one house. Sometimes they had even 5 houses with the interest growing every year. It was readjusting every year. So they needed to save the banks and the economy. So here in the period of September, the Federal Reserve announced that they had no liquidity issues, that the government will be able to pay its debt because it's just like now, the issues are growing to the debt. So people are worried about the USA government paying the bonds or whatever duties they have, and also supporting their own economy and the labor market, the consumer markets, or any type of factor that is involved in the economy. So as you can see, once they announced that they could pay their debt, the price just dumps and it starts revaluating, because this is a very high price for gold to stay. Even though you create some tanked moments, you're going down. As you can see, this is 2013. Something major happened that year. I will cover it in a video in the future because it's very interesting to see that gold takes these big hits. It can happen when, for example, miners start. At this point, it's very hard because the gold that is still in the below the surface of the earth is very hard to access. That's why we haven't take it out. Humans will take gold if it's easy, you know, like we love shiny things. So what happened is that a lot of countries were accumulating, but also the price was tanking, so they had to dump it. It was not worth to keep it at that point, so they had to. It creates a chain of fear. Once you see big candles going down, you start panicking. And also another factor is that USA, after the major crisis, all this period, let me show you. This is the best period to be a trader. After the 2013, pre-COVID, this is almost a 6 years period where prices are pretty much ranging. If you compare to other cycles, pretty much prices range. Why? Because the interest rates in USA at this point are at 0%, so it costs you nothing to ask for money in the USA. But also, investors will never tell you like, I prefer USD over gold, or I prefer gold over USD. They're two different assets, whole different assets. One is and it has nothing to do with the fact that you can print one, and the other is a limited amount of limited resource. The difference is dollars yield and gold appreciates. So you need to wait for another major cycle that in this case was COVID. So your gold value goes up and your investment shows a real return. If not, in this period, this is terrible for gold investors. But for dollar and traders, it's very good because you're really not having any issues in the economy. USA is strong and you know that they will pay you. Of course, bonds might be not like now that they're at 4%, they were topping at 5% in the 30 and 20 years, but also they're yielding. So you will get paid every year no matter what. It's a safe investment. That's why right now it's not a safe investment, because people really don't know if USA is having, well, I don't know what to say anymore about the USA economy at this point. Every day or every second you just need to check news media or social media to know that it's every time is happening something new with these two motherfuckers called Trump and Elon Musk, two big parasites that really want to turn not only their country to the ground, but all the other countries. They want to really do something very nasty. So we need to take actions and be very careful right now on how we trade. I would say that the panorama for the dollar remains still very, very, very weak compared to other years. As you can see, we have very similar trends, but right now we are having the biggest trend or the biggest push to the upside that gold has ever seen. In past scenarios, you never broke the all-time high that easy. Like, even though you broke the all-time high, here you can see we broke here, quickly drop. We broke here again, we reevaluate very hard. So in COVID happened the same. Once they announced the COVID vaccine, people bought one last time, and in August, boom, it was Pfizer. I don't remember the first vaccine, but as you can see, these huge wicks in the daily, those are big pressure, big investors. We are talking billions of dollars in this single candle. So price then start to reevaluate. People were seeing hopes, but this is only the recovery from the pandemic. You still have the hangover of printing money, having your economy shut down for at least. If you shut down your economy, we already know that it gets messy. We in the past, we didn't know how to model these situations because it was just a hypothetical scenario. Now we have enough information. We know how a house crisis can affect. We know how 0% interest rate periods act. We know how a pandemic and a lockdown, a global event acts, or how markets react. And now we are seeing how the interest at 5.50%, followed by the hangover of a lockdown, is triggering this type of cycle. So that's why I say that traders that were trading 50 years ago, they can take my bag, they can suck it, because they don't have the experience that we have. They're selling courses right now when we are trading. We're trying to crush markets when they are playing like, yeah, in 1960 I was buying silver, bro. Well, I don't care, brother. I don't care. See this liquidity? Right now, anyone can open an account and trade. Anyone can put their liquidity here. Your $1, your $10, your $100 might not be nothing in the market, but brokers do something that means that is put all our orders together so we can have some weight in the market. This is not only. Let's go back to 1998. Look at the volume. Look at this. I will be millionaire already in these ranges, bro. This is a fucking joke. Like, don't tell me this is not a joke. Like, we're trading in these environments, bro. This is the real sauce. Like, we are the real traders. We are the peak of trading. We are the prime sauce. So pretty much the idea is to find the worst ranges to stress test your strategy. As a manual trader, it's harder to try to analyze this or to position yourself, because, for example, my issue is that my EA, if I drop it here, I won't stop until the reverse happens, because I need to stay in the market. I really don't know if market will reverse here, or if I have to wait for the whole move. As a manual trader, you might have more conditions and you might not hold positions as I do with my strategy. So the scenarios are different, but you need to position yourself. At least try to make a mental rule for yourself. What I'm seeing, what I will be doing in these scenarios, like try to put yourself in worst case scenarios. Don't just try to go by what the recent data is showing you, because currently, even though markets are spicy, imagine tomorrow they announce the reduction of rates again, and that the USA economy is going to be good. We will have a revaluation of gold, because this gold price is very high. So once we stable, or the markets are more stable, you will be trading or testing your strategy under circumstances that might be ranged like this one. So you have the chance to stress test your approach or your strategy in worst case moments of the economy. Like, these are real stress test scenarios for the economy and for your strategy. That's why I mentioned that DCA is very interesting in the part that is taking very good long trades. majority of its positions are going up, because if we go to the gold chart, sorry, pretty much if we go to the gold chart, we can see that 2024 started here. Say there. I don't care too much of the beginning of the year. So this is pretty much a bullish trend. Even though we have retracements, we are not breaking the structure, we don't have 50% of the total move, and we don't have yet the 50% of the move. So that's why I know that price at one point will revalidate. Do I know when? Totally, I don't know. I don't know it. What I know is once they start reducing again the rates, if Trump stops opening its mouth and deports Elon Musk back to South Africa, price will start recovering. If the geopoliticals like the wars start increasing the spice, that's bad for the economy. Gold will be the safe haven for everything. Like, just measure everything with gold, not with FX pairs, because pairs are the same. Dollar and euro, GBP, everything is the same. If there are major geopolitical issues, people won't trust countries, because you're not trusting US dollar, you're not trusting neither of other economies, because it doesn't matter if you want it or not. I'm Mexican, I don't care if USA is doing good or not. They're actually fucking my country. But if the dollar is the strongest economy, you need to trust the dollar at some point, or at least know that if it's not doing good, other coins might not do very good either. So especially if it's in-depth crisis, because Europe, for example, Europe holds a lot of debt to the USA, you know. So if USA fails, they will take down other countries with them, because they need to pay somehow their debt, you know, or whatever. Is when like when a company goes bankrupt, they need to start selling the stocks. They will sell the stocks, but at cents of the dollar. But they will also sell computers. I forgot the word, but they will sell everything they can to recover as much as possible to pay its debt or their investors. So happens the same with countries. We yet don't know what specifically happens. We can have a very similar scenario with Greece during the 2008 crisis, but Greece is not the same economy as the USA. So if we really see China, Russia, or USA fail, that will be a catastrophic event. And honestly, as a trader, I wish never happens. And as a human, I also hope neither of them or any country ever has to face any of these issues, because the ones that suffer are the people, the hardworking people, the ones living there and the ones depending on them, you know. So sometimes the trader's job is very crude, because you need to give a straight point of the reality. And the reality right now is that USA is not doing very good. And even though we were doing good at this point when we started reducing the rates, Trump is not doing things easy for the Federal Reserve. I don't want to be Powell in these moments. I respect a lot that man, and everyone thinks he's a dummy. That's just crazy to me. Like, we need to educate more people in finance topics rather than gaming or you know, social politics. Like, people watch more the Oscars, and it's more cult relevant in the Oscars than it will be in their own economy. That's crazy, you know. That's the type of society we're living in. But not time to rant. No ranting today. We're just gonna test DCA, and as you can see, we have a very solid result. We could say also the high volume of trading is something that I love. We are having 5.4k trading volume. Then after this, I might go with the I'm trying to work with the, let me show you the sets. So here I have using the base of the set 5, that is the best one, this exact same set file. What I did now is I just changed the type of strategy. So here we have the strat 1 and the strat 1.1. So remember, the strat 1 does something, and the other, the 1.1, we could say reverse that. So my best result was with the strat number 4. This one, yeah, the first one. So let's see what it says. It says buy when I cannot see it. Buy when Senkou span A crosses above Senko. So that's slang for the Ichimoku. In the past video, we reviewed very quick what the Ichimoku is, but you can check in Investopedia or any relevant site what the Ichimoku is. It's pretty much a combination of, I think, moving average and other. It's a trend indicator. Some people try to use it as also a supply and demand, but pretty much it's a trend indicator. So above the lines or below the lines, the A will do something. So for now, the strategy number 4 is giving $30 profit with a 16 max drawdown. So that's why I'm keeping it. So let's run it so you can see it. The reduction of risk is very substantial and it remains positive. So it's very interesting, but it's not better than the one that I have. The risk reward factor in that is 1.88 and the one that I'm running is 2.37. That's why I haven't added any noise to my personal EA, because I really don't know if an indicator will make it better or if the heavy formulas will just mess with my current price action strategy, you feel me? As you can see, it's very interesting how this set file with the number 4 works. So from this base, I'm gonna share the set 1 to the set number 6, so anyone can either use them or test them. I recommend please just test them. This is not my EA, it's shared for free, but I cannot vouch for something that I didn't code it. So I recommend from this base, if you want to test with Ichimoku, you just need to start moving the periods. But for now, I haven't been able to get a better result. I was trying with descent period, I was trying to reduce it, see if we can get a little bit less of exposure while I was raising the Senku. The Kijun, I really don't think it's needed, but that's me. Maybe someone else has more experience or more market depth with indicators, and they can add their own sauce, you know. That's why I'm sharing the set file so you can use them as a base. Because this EA also has another thing. I'm only testing with XAUUSD, so we still have tons of assets. So the idea will be, you can see here, we also have this is Euro USD, GBP USD, and we go all the way down to 21, will be 20 pairs, 20 FX pairs, and the last one is for XAUUSD. I don't know why it's not reference, but well, that will be just the second. I'll be just updating the set files that I already have. So the theory of the optimization is, if it works with gold, it will work better with FX pairs. If it's not working with gold, it might work with FX pair. Easy. Because let's go with the chart again. As you can see, we have a very crazy chart with gold in the daily, but if we move to, let's say, Euro USD, we still have a lot of pressure, we still have a lot of trends, but I don't see nothing that really scares me like in gold, you know. Here is a very big trend, yeah, sure, but how many retracement? I can close every one of those retracements. Let me show you. At least my EA can easily close here. Yeah, activate the magnet. Oh, not the magnet, sorry. I can close here, can close all this area. Like, we have substantial retracements, and even though we don't have any retracement, this price range is not very big. 1 second. Like, as you can see, this 5,000 I think it's pips. I'm not very familiar with this game of Euro USD. But as you can see, it's a very we could say friendly trend compared to just 2024, for example. Like, see how gold is doing right now in 2024. We're having gold, I measure it in dollars, so it's an $85 move. It's a huge move. And in Euro USD, if we go only to 2024, more or less there. We barely have any kind of move. Like gold, sorry, your USD is getting smacked right here. Funny, right? Gold is smacking USD, but USD is smacking other coins. But here we have a substantial retracement. At least this one, I'm able to capitalize from this one. And if it keeps dropping, as you can see, this is not comparable. This is almost 1K reduction of the trend compared to the one that I was checking previously. Like the difference is huge, and this was at the beginning of the 2000s. Then we have major drops, of course, and all of that, but I really can adapt to FX first more easily. That's why my challenge is with gold, and also because I like smoking that body, you know, that's my bitch. I like gold, and it makes a lot of money for me, so it's just what it is. And also, it's like when you start something new and you go for the things that no one is doing, it gives you more prestige, you know. You don't see a lot of traders really smacking the cheeks of Xiao USD. They usually go for futures or options because they can handle the volatility of Forex. And you know what they do? They call it a scam because they can handle the smoke. But you know, that's what happens when you learn from core sellers. But let's see how this EA works. Well, how the default is showing the, well, not the default, the strategy with the Ichimoku. Then I will go with the, I have also the Stratos Bora, let me show you. No, sorry, this is Stratos Bora and the other is Zephyr. So I expect them to be the same, just changing the indicator or something. This uses the RSI with this one using the Ichimoku. This has, it has 12 strategies and this has 10 sophisticated strategies. So it's adding that spice to its own, and it has an MT4 version, but I'm going with the MT5 for the ticks, and it's very trouble to test MT4 EAs in other pairs that are not Xiao USD because I cannot get the data all the time. So I wish I just could get the 90% all the time, but I can't. So he's using Euro USD 2020 to 2024. Total net profit 2.5k versus an equity max run of 150 cent. Like, this is amazing. That's why I mentioned if it's working with gold, it will work better with other assets. Let's check the one that we're testing. H1 GBP USD 4.5k profit with 536 drawn. These set files are very different, or they act very different with FX pairs. The developer also shares some set files, but if I'm not wrong, they have for Bitcoin USD, so I really don't know. Let's test them also. Let's test this 3-1. No great start, but I don't know what pairs for the other ones. Let's try to replicate this GBP USD result. Looks very good. FOREX pair BUSD H1. He's using 2020. Okay, to 2020. Why is not going to 2024? Let's go to 2024. Makes no sense to avoid those days. And the equity. Okay, it's using like 1k because, or 5k. No, it's using 1k. No, 10k. And the history 100%. I won't get the exact same ticks because I don't have, he's paying for extra quality. But let's see, for example, my set file, how it's performing with the same range that the developer was using. So this is the one that I mentioned. Oh, I'm not having the same result. What did I change? Sorry, my bad. I adjusted the... nope. Let's see what I did wrong. Let me show you the graph. I don't fucking know how to make the chat look good. I'm glad no one is talking because I cannot see anything. I just see like a square. I need to get more familiar with this streaming game because it's not easy actually. Okay, we're having a big drawdown. This is not the same set file as the developer. Of course it's not the same one, but I mean, my point is that it's not acting similar or anything. Yeah, this is not good. Let me check the default first, because I still have the other four set files. Well, 6 if we use this one, so we can see if one is making the trick. You know, this looks better. But as mentioned, my set files are optimized for ShowUSD, so it's expected to have different results when you move from pairs. So let me check that this is not copyright, because the other day I got copyrighted and banned from Russia, so I had to delete the audio. Looks good, looks good. There we're having some coffee juice because it's early, it's early. It's early in the morning. Actually not that early. I started testing a little bit late today. I like this head file. In default is looking very good with USD. That's COVID. That's not easy. Very, very interesting. Looks very good. And also expected, as mentioned, because I think the developer optimizes for EURUSD outcut and probably GBP/USD, because GU and EURUSD move similar, so you can expect some good result from both. And I was also testing my EA. Let me give it a quick check. Is this okay? I'm adding the fourth logic of 21. I don't know how much logics I will need, or I will use in this case, but I cannot tell where the big drawdown is. I'm gonna test this year. To 2018 to 2020. This is only my only cell model. I optimize for every range because of the same that I was explaining. Gold doesn't move the same to the upside that to the downside, so I expect gold, even when it's getting crushed, to at least go back at one point, you know. This is the worst period to trade gold. You just got clapped, but we have also substantial retracements here, and here you almost get the 50% of the total move. But every time you drop, you keep recovering. So this is the bottom for gold in the past 15 years. And from there it's all up, 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 up. And also when it's getting crushed again in the macro cycles, we managed to recover again to the upside. So for me, my investing model, the buy model, the only buy, it's chilling all the time. Like, it's chilling. And if I see that I'm having drawdown from buys, that's the time that I use more to start high risk trading strategies, or I deploy my EA with high risk and I only use buy because I know that market will recover, or it has higher chances to recover, because unless we are having very extremely good news for the US dollar, gold won't drop like let me show you a very good news, like the COVID one. Like, that's very good news, because they announced this is 2011. This is the when they announced that they could pay the debt and that they will start reducing the rates. So as you can see, price recovers. That's a very good recovery or news for USA. And this is the COVID one. You can see. And here, well, we have a period where we don't really know if what the Fed will do until they start raising rates, you know. So it's easy to trade long term as an investing model. You feel me? Like, that's the new thing in algo trading spaces, that you can invest while trading. Because usually you invest in bonds, or you buy and hold stocks, for example, or gold. So you need to wait for them to get to a nice price, but you really don't know when you're entering the market. You know, you could be entering here and you're fucked. Like, you're fucked, you know. You need to wait until 2022 to at least get to that price and get an exit point. That's something that for example, you can see here we very much rated the past liquidity, and we try it again here and see this big manipulation and how we recover. This is one of the craziest days I've seen in my life, and I was trading live. I have let me see if I have the evidence. Well, I have it, I just need to find it. Let me show you how that spike looks in the terminal. So there was a point in time where selling all-time highs was a real achievement, you feel me? I really don't know where he is. One second, it's around the corner. Here. I made money for a lot of people in that range. Let me see, it looks good, yeah. December 4th. December 4th. That's how good I am. Look at this. It was a crazy spike. It was a Sunday, if we check the calendar. Says Monday, but it was pretty much a Sunday. The move started on a Sunday, at least on my side. So you don't expect that in a Sunday. This was a huge move, a huge move. Let me show you. Like, start here. Just that candle. It's a $120. Sorry, $12 move. 121, sorry. So price went from, well, let's take it from here. Price went from 2034. Let me show you. From this to 2144. And in the same day, or in 2 days, it recovered. Like, the only thing that it wanted was grab the liquidity from all these past highs. We had 3. 1, 2, and it was in 3 different years, as you can see, 23, 22, and 21, and 20, sorry. So it pretty much just raided the all-time high, printed a new one, and boom. we went down. Then we started 2024, and of course we rated that level very hard. I guess someone with very good technical insights. I have a good friend with a very solid background in technical. He can give a very good explanation on what happened here in a technical perspective. You feel me? I think that it's like feeling an imbalance or something like that, because it was not a very, it's not something that will happen every day. You feel me? And the move pretty much closed for me 17 and 20% in one move. So I closed some good bucks for my, I had at that point 300 clients in that copy FX. The good old days, guys, the good old days. It was a 250 USD investment. It was free to copy, so it was the good old days. As you can see, I had a volume of 300 trades with 79% win rate. Very, very solid. And that was my B2 version of my algo, so, or B1, I don't even remember. As you can see, I was using the copy lot. It's a copy trader because I had tons of accounts. That moment I had like 10, only for investing portfolios. So I copy across them and copy with different risk. So my investing portfolios, I treat them very, I treat them like if it was my shorty, you know? But for now, well, those good old days are not done, but we are in pause. Like for now, I'm not managing money. It's very demanding and stressful. Like you close 10% for 300 clients, 20%, and they still want more. Like the next week you don't close money or 0.01% positive, and they will be, hey, what's going on? The algo's not working anymore or what? And you're like, bro, I'm waiting for the market, not waiting for you to tell me what to do, you know? Because you can see market pretty much range it or enter a phase of not really moving because it was end of the year. So in these particular moves, I can make some money, but not a lot because we have retracement. So in my B2 version, I was pushing very hard to take every retracement possible. So maybe with the B3, I could bank another 10-20% in this cycle after because once you go up, you're holding drawdown from buys. So once price recovers, you close the buys, but now you have drawdown from sells. So then it goes up, I have drawdown from sells. It goes down, I clean the sells, but now I have buy drawdown. Then price goes again up, and I have drawdown from sales, and goes up. Like that's the hedge, the beauty of hedge. You make money every way. It doesn't matter where the market moves or how much it moves, you are making money. It's just the difference between someone that has good market knowledge and perspective that is not chasing profits and someone that just wants profits, you know? They're used to gambling, or I don't know why they want to rush that much the price. As you can see, the default is not working very, very, very good. And this is the set file that I was mentioning with the Ichimoku strategy number 4. $30 profit with a $16 max drawdown. So it's not the best, but it's also very solid because of the reduction of the risk. So if you can work with this base, you might find some good sauce because it's very balanced. It's very interesting. So what's the word is for now? I think that we can call it a day today with this set file. I'm gonna share the sauce. Let me show you. So I'm gonna share the set files, the 1 to the 6th. I'm not gonna share reports because pretty much the results are there. We checked most of them in the past 2 streams. And I'm also including the developer set files in case you want to test other set files. I'm only gonna test the number 5 for XAUUSD, and if I find some good value in any of these ones, as mentioned, I'm gonna test from the number one, that is Euro USD, Euro GBP USD, AUD USD, USD JPY, USD CHF, USD CAD, Euro GBP, Euro JPY, CAD JPY, GBP JPY, AUD NSD, AUD CAD, AUD CHF, AUD JPY, CHF JPY, Euro NSD, CAD CHF, NSD JPY, NSD USD, NSD CAD, and at the end I'm gonna just update the show USD ones. What's the purpose of this? So I'm gonna test these 6 set files, see what's the best combination for that specific pair. I'm not expecting them to work good. As you can see, my 5th set file in GU. Let's run this one in GU and we can close can call it a day for today. Changing to H1. See how it works. Oh, GU. So the idea is like with Icarus and with Dark Venus, I'm gonna see what pairs are the ones delivering the good sauce. Let me show you the ones with the Dark Venus. I had to take out UJ after realizing it was giving a lot of drawdown. So pretty much UJ with default in Dark Venus was trash. But you also don't know, I had to stop the testing the issues with my virtual machines. So I'm planning to restart the test with Icarus. I'm gonna use the exact same set true bantums. I was using 3 pairs per account, and with Dark Venus I'm gonna use new combinations, because I had UJ in 2 of the true bantums. I had 5 accounts and 2 hold UJ or 3, so I'm gonna create new ones. The best pairs for Dark Venus, AUD USD, AUD CAD works good, Euro USD was giving good profit, and from there I would say Euro GBP also is interesting. But the best ones are the Trubantum that was using Xiao USD, AUD USD, and I will update in the video once I start the test. So the idea will see to find some good pairs here and maybe also deploy some Trubantums. I guess I will do Trubantums for FOREX pairs. In MT5 I can also, let's see here. In MT5 I can also test multi-pair. So I might be able to test the Trubantum before releasing, because with MT4 I cannot do that, so that's why I need to forward test. But for now, well, let's see how this set let's see how this set 6 is doing. As it looks good, but it was looking good also here until we got it got clapped during 2022. So as you can see, we haven't closed. All these green lines means equity drop, so you can see it as drawdown pretty much, you know. And we close. So terrible. No, you cannot use set 5 with GBP USD. Easy. Let's see this one. One hour and 15 will be a short stream. But today we had 2 viewers, guys. God bless America. I don't know if it's looking good or it's only the first period. Let's see, here is when the smoke starts, when August is announced. Well, in August they announced the COVID vaccine, so you know the drop happens. Why I'm not connected to my VPS, I forgot. Oh, I'm so excited to finish my investing model. Like, it took me too long, like too long for real. Let's review the current progress. Like, B3 is so complex compared to my other EAs. So far, my win rate is going down because I need to adjust for teletrade. As you can see, these motherfuckers. Oh, these motherfuckers charge swaps and commissions. So I'm getting clapped. Even though I close, for example, let me show you this week. Even though I'm closing positive, do the commission, I'm closing negative. So MQL5 is taking those trades as negative. So I need to adjust. I need to reduce my volume of trading. It's an easy fix, but I like to have high volume of trading. As you can see, these IR are my rebates. This account started later, so that's the reason it has less profit. But let's see this account since the 10th of 2024. I've been having $90. I'm not good. I'm good at math, but I'm not. I'm not mathing today, you know. So let's just 1.6% pay in fees, and that 1.1% is not adding here. So this is free money, no risk money, and it's holding weight in my total, like in the total investment, it's holding weight. See, yep, will be in total more or less around the 12% already returning this account in 3 months. Yeah, well, it's because I don't know when I stopped. I stopped in December for some time, but pretty much we could say half of October to half. We could do the truth. Ah, it's not bad. I mean, hedge funds fight to get the 10% a year just to be above inflation. Let me see if I can find the... You can see these poor motherfuckers negative in 2022. In 2022 I closed 70%, 29%, not bad, 45%. They closed in 2025, they are 11% up, so JP Morgan is doing good. To Citibank. 11% in 2024. You know that the S&P 500 closed at around 25%, so these motherfuckers lose you money. That's sad. And they're supposed to be the best of the best, imagine that. A fucking retail with a 3 cents code is beating them. Chase. See Chase. Yeah, they were doing good, so... Which other we can check? Morgan. I don't remember what other funds there are. Hedge funds, let's see. Citadel. Is it the same as Citibank? Oh. Oh, let's check these ones. Hey, what the fuck? Don't play me dirty. Let's see. This guy is a fucking legend. Rest in peace, fucking legend. So, yeah, You, you cannot smoke this guy. He was super good. Equal and weighted to the S&P 500. He pretty much underperformed or was following him. But by the end of the years, Jim Simmons was already very old, so I don't expect him to be the one taking the actions. But for years, he was the MVP. But that just shows, right? When he was, when I started trading, I've been clapping, bro. Let me show you something, guys. I've been clapping the cheeks of everyone just with my simple but effective EA. Since 2021, 147% return. So I'm sorry, but numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. Whew. Looks good. So the issue starts right now. Let's see how it acts or reacts during April. Let me check that the music is not gonna strike me back. No copyright, no worries. By the way, check X Ripper Studios. Shout out to this bro. I have some music saved from him because he shares the sauce. Do good, do good. Shout out who deserves. Shout out. No, the other thing. Yeah, we're having also an equity drop. No, it's also getting into the smoke. Oh, well, I don't think that this will manage to recover. So let's call it a day for today, G's. Let me finish testing with the pairs only in 2024 because you can see it will get smoked in past ranges. So the idea will be to find the best pairs first from the 20 pairs list, and then I'm gonna start testing Astrobantums, okay? Will be a very interesting stream. I hope I can do it tomorrow. So today we had a little bit more of audience, we could say, but we're still pushing to get this one rolling and getting the content, the sauce better, so anyone can enjoy the product. And as you can see, we also have the free Discord server, so you can join. Please join and talk, share us your sauce, ask anything. We are not there to only sell you or promote our stuff. No, we're there to help you to grow with each other. So if you also have something to say it, because we want to listen to you, okay? So for now, have a good one, G's. GU with my set files and with the default set file is not working very good, but also I see something I need to download the data. I thought that MT4 was already downloading it, so I need to work with that first to give you accurate results, but the ones which show USD are